Wow. Did you see how auto stocks just took off in December? It's like they all suddenly decided to put the pedal to the metal?
Yeah, I did actually. It seems like the whole sector had a pretty great month, with sales numbers really driving the Nifty Auto to a 6 month high. It's quite the turnaround.
Right. It's not just a small bump, it's like a rocket launch. What exactly fueled this big surge? I mean, was it just one company or like a bunch of them?
Well, it looks like it was a combination of factors, but yeah, a lot of the major players like Eicher Motors, Bajaj Auto, and Maruti Suzuki all reported pretty strong sales. It was a widespread thing, which is why the index jumped so much.
So it wasn't just like one star performer carrying the team, it was a real team effort, huh? Tell me more about Eicher. They seem to have had a standout month.
Absolutely. Eicher Motors specifically had a massive 25% increase in sales, and their exports nearly doubled. I mean, that's pretty impressive growth. It's like they found the golden ticket for global sales.
Wow, that's incredible. It's like they just opened a new highway for their exports. So the global demand was really there.
Exactly. And it wasn't just them. Maruti Suzuki also saw a big jump, like 30%. And they're saying they have a huge backlog of orders. They're practically selling cars as fast as they can make them.
Okay, so they're not just selling well, but there's actual demand behind it, huh? I guess that's a good sign for them. What about others?
Yeah, Mahindra and Mahindra also had a strong showing, with their SUV sales rising by 18%. They've managed to remain resilient even with some general slowdown in car sales.
So they're sort of the exception to the rule, huh? It's like they found the sweet spot in the market. That's pretty interesting.
Right, and that's not all. Even Tata Motors saw a slight increase, while Hyundai is joining the electric vehicle craze with their new Creta Electric.
So the electric push is starting to accelerate in India as well, huh? It seems like the market is not just surviving, it's actually evolving.
Precisely. It's not just a sales surge, but also a glimpse into where the market is headed with the push for electric vehicles and such. It's like watching a caterpillar turn into a butterfly.
That's a great analogy. So, what are some of the immediate effects this has on the auto sector? It must be more than just a good sales month, right?
Well, for one, the Nifty Auto Index jumped quite a bit, showing investor confidence in the sector. It's like a big vote of confidence in the industry's potential.
Okay, so this could be a signal for future performance as well, huh? It's like a green light for more growth.
Yeah, and it's not just about the numbers, it's about market sentiment. Positive sales often lead to more investment, more hiring, and more growth overall.
So it's creating a bit of a positive cycle then. I mean, higher demand leads to more production, and more production leads to more jobs, right?
Absolutely. It's like a well oiled machine where one good thing leads to another. The whole industry starts to benefit, not just the big names.
That's a good point. It's like a rising tide lifting all boats. But I wonder, is this something that's likely to continue in the future or just a one time thing?
That's always the big question, isn't it? While the December sales were strong, maintaining this momentum will depend on a number of factors like the economy, consumer spending, and global conditions.
So it's not a guarantee then, huh? It's more like a possibility depending on several factors. I get it.
Exactly. It's like when you plant a seed, you have to tend to it for it to grow. The strong sales figures are the seed, but we need the right conditions for sustained growth.
I see. A really good point. It's not enough just to start well. You have to keep the momentum going.
Yeah, things like new model launches, government policies, and even weather patterns can influence sales. There's no sure thing.
Right. And it sounds like the demand for electric vehicles will also play a bigger role going forward. It's like moving to a new energy source.
Precisely. The shift towards EVs is a significant trend, and how well companies adapt will impact their future growth. It's a race, and everyone is trying to figure out the best path forward.
So it's a bit of a race between new technologies and maintaining the current market, huh? It will be interesting to see how this plays out.
Definitely. It's a dynamic time for the auto industry, both in terms of growth and technological advancement. The next few months will certainly be interesting to watch.
Okay, so in summary, auto stocks have had a really great December due to strong sales across the board, particularly with Eicher and Maruti. But it seems like EVs are going to be a key player going forward.
Right. And while the surge is positive, maintaining the growth momentum is the key. It's a promising start to the year, but the road ahead will be determined by various market forces.
Okay, so it's exciting, but it's not time to pop the champagne just yet, huh? It's a great start, but let's see if they can keep up the momentum.
Absolutely. It's like seeing the first ray of sun in the morning. A good start, but the day still has to unfold. So we'll be keeping an eye on it for sure.
Definitely. Well, this was really insightful. Thanks for breaking it all down. So, with the electric vehicle push and the strong sales numbers, how do you think all of this will impact the consumers and the market ultimately?
That's the million-dollar question, isn't it? We will definitely have to explore that next time. But what do you think?